In this video we are going to discuss about a second type of projectile like this. Suppose a food packet is thrown from a aeroplane. The aeroplane is moving with the horizontal velocity of u. The food packet falls and will reach the ground in this fashion. Food packet will come and reach this ground in this fashion. Now this becomes a sort of half projectile. So the velocity of the food packet initially was the same as that of the plane. Now ux is equal to u. The velocity along the x direction was u. Now the velocity along the y direction was 0 because there was no component of velocity along this direction. The height of fall of the particle is h and the range of the particle is r. So we have to find out two equations, one along the x direction. As you all know that in the x direction there is no g acting on the particle, so we can write the equation as r is equal to u into t. So r is the range initial, or r is equal to ux into t. That means ux is u into t. So this equation is number 1. And along the y direction we can use the equation h is equal to uyt plus half gt square. Now uy is equal to 0 because there was no component of velocity along the downward direction. So h is equal to half gt square. From this we can find out the value of t. Now what is t? T is the time of flight. That means the time required by the particle to move from this point to this point along this trajectory. Now the displacement of the particle. The particle moves in this trajectory, but the displacement is the straight line distance from the initial point to the final point. This is s. From the Pythagoras theory we can state it as s is equal to h square plus r square. So what was the value of h? H was half gt square. Half gt square plus r square was r was ut. So we replace it as ut whole square. So this is the displacement of the particle. Now the equation of trajectory. Now what was the equation of the trajectory? X is equal to ut we know, and y is equal to minus half gt square. You can replace it as plus half gt square or minus half gt square. As we have stated, you can use as plus here. So the equation of trajectory means the elimination of t. The relation between x and y means the elimination of the value of t. So it becomes y is equal to half of gx square by u square. Replace t here, we get this value. So this is the equation of the trajectory of the particle. Now this is a projectile of type 3 that is thrown from a height h. That means this is a tower. Suppose the projectile is projected from the top of the tower. So it moves in this trajectory and reaches the ground here. This is the ground level. Now similar is the case. U is the velocity, theta is the angle of projection, u cos theta, u sin theta, everything is same. Now the range of the particle is from here to here. So we have to write two equations. Now one is along the y direction, or rather we can find out the time of flight from this. Time of flight means y is equal to uyt plus half gt square. Now what was uy? Y was h. Now uy, the initial velocity of the projectile was upwards, that is u sin theta. So we replace it as minus uyt plus half gt square, or h is equal to minus of u sin theta t plus half gt square. Now we have to calculate the value of t. Now in this equation, when we try to find out the value of t, it becomes a quadratic equation. It becomes a quadratic equation, and most of the times we have to use Sridharacharya to find out the value of t. Now after finding the value of t, we try to find the value of the horizontal range, that is r. Now as you all know, r is ux into t. So ux was u cos theta. After finding out the value of t from here, we replace the value of t here. Value of t is replaced here. So we get the value of r. We get the value of r. A few more points about the projectile. The first case we take is the change in momentum. Now all the theory that we have discussed about the projectile is without air resistance. So for a change in momentum, we have to consider the momentum along the x direction and the change in momentum along the y direction. Now for change in x direction, it is 0 because the velocity in the x direction does not change. The change in y direction is equal to mu sine theta minus of mu sine theta, because the particle is projected up with the velocity of mu sine theta and it falls down also with the velocity of mu sine theta, as there is no air resistance. So the change in velocity along the y direction becomes mu sine theta. So the total change is only along the y direction and there is no change along the x direction. So total change will be 2 mu sine theta. Angle of elevation for the highest point. Now this is the angle of elevation phi. This is the angle of elevation phi. This was the angle of projection theta. Now the relation between phi and theta, we can derive it like this. Suppose we find tan phi, that means this is x, this is y. So y by x. Now tan phi can be written as y means it was u sine theta into t minus half gt square along the y direction, and along the x direction it was u t cos theta or u cos theta into t. Now we know t is equal to u sine theta by g. Now what is this t? T is the time taken by the particle to reach from point O to point A along this trajectory. So t is equal to u sine theta by g. If we replace the value of t here, we get tan phi is equal to u sine theta minus half gt. T means u sine theta by g. One t gets cancelled here. T minus here is t square and here is 1t. So 1t gets cancelled. U cos theta. Now solving this, we get tan theta first minus u gets cancelled, g gets cancelled. So it is half tan theta. That means tan theta by 2. So tan phi is equal to tan theta by 2. This is the relation between the angle of elevation of the highest point with the angle of projection.